Right, before we go much further, I guess we might as well show you the plans of what the dream home is meant to look like. So believe it or not, these are all hand drawn. We'll start off with the first one, which is the site plan. So this just shows the property, and then this is just a cut down section of where we're building. So a driveway coming in, there's a shed there as well, all the way down to the proposed house site. That's pretty simple. And next one is the elevations. So it's a American Georgian style home. So 4 columns out the front. I know it looks pretty basic here, but yeah, it should look pretty wicked when it's built. All the hatched windows and stuff. Asphalt shingle roof. All right, that's the north and south face, and then we've got east and west. Yeah, I hand drew all those bricks in. Fantastic. As for the layout, there's the bottom story, so she's 2-story. Yeah, through the entrance, family room, library, study, which we're probably going to change into a bedroom and put another wardrobe in there. Master bedroom down this end, walk-in robe and an ensuite. The family room, dining, yeah, another lounge, and a billiards room, of course. Gym and the garage with some stairs that go up to the top of the laundry. Pretty simple, small, footprint, only 513 square meters. And for the second story, which is pretty much just 4 bedrooms and a bathroom, but it's pretty cool because the entrance is open to 2-story height, and so's that lounge with the fireplace in it, so that's open 2 stories as well. And the lower story stud height's 3 meters, and the upper story is 2.7. So yeah, you look with the mid floor, you're looking at like 6 meter high walls, which is pretty cool. And the top story is only 158. So a total of 671 square meters all up. So yeah, reasonable size home, but we've got a reasonable size family, so there we go. The next one is just the truss plan, which Pine Pack or Western ITM drew up for us, and all the roof areas and downpipe layout with all the volume calculations, and yeah, make sure we've got enough downpipes to fill up all the water tanks, and so the roof's not going to overflow, the gutter's not going to overflow. Foundation plan, well, engineers, this is all engineered, so it's pretty much a copy of what they did. There's more details on that in the engineering drawings, but yeah, it's just a raft slab with all the pods, as you'll see in future videos. The next one is the mid floor. So this is all structure to hold up the second story. So it's pretty much high beam and high span. Yeah, pretty simple. They quite like the product. I should also mention the rest of the place will be made with J-frame, which is an engineered lumber, nice and straight. So, and then we get to the cross sections. So this is just you put a slice through the house in a couple of directions, and yeah, just detail, and you can see all the mid floor here. And it's just sort of chops through the house. All right, and because the house is so big, we did 3 of them. So this is just another cross section, showing those columns out the front and little false balcony out the front there. Right, these next couple are a little bit boring. They're just probably can't even read them, but it's a bracing and lintel plan for the lower story. So it's just the all the bracing requirements for the wind and earthquake, which have all been calculated, and the lintel sizes for all the windows and all the spans over the large ranch sliders, and there's a few steel beams in there as well for the over the family room and the garage door. Yeah, next one's the same thing for the second story. Obviously there's a couple of ceiling diaphragms in there because the areas are quite large, so it's just to brace everything up. Next sheet's showing you plumbing plan, which I don't think I did a video on this, but sort of doesn't look like this. That's the plumber's or the drain layer just does it how he wants to do it, but that was sort of meets the code when it gets submitted to the council, so that's all cool. And then there's the upper story plumbing plan for the 2 bathrooms. So yeah, it's pretty simple. And those are in the right spots, and that's in the corner of the laundry, which comes up, and then because of the high span, we can go through them and out the wall, which is pretty cool. The next one's into the detail plans. So standard detail, foundation detail, eaves detail, and your window details for your window head, jamb, and the sill. And we get into more detailed plans of steel angles to support the brick. So there's the brick lintels, and then there's for the other side as well, and a bit of mid-floor stuff, how the mid-floor is going to work, and a few other details around the other mid-floor junctions. Took a little while to nut everything out. This is all the details for the columns. There's some columns out the front as well. Yep, and columns out the front, and it's just how all that's going to tie in and work. Quite a bit of work involved in that for something that does nothing, but it has to, has to look right. Next one is it's a standard minimum height to ground one, and solar collector fixing for the roof, and then we're into the steel beams details. So these are the 4 main beams for the house, and then we're into details for the how they're connected and everything. And the next one is the same, it's just a carry on of all the steel beam junctions and how they're supported and where they meet, how they meet up. Yeah, got a bit carried away with a 1-to-1. Woo! Chimney cowl detail. God knows why they wanted that, but they wanted it. Right, and then we're into the shed. So there is a shed being built up in the, like as we saw on the site plan, and it's just pretty much 20 by 12, so 240 square meters. That's a timber portal shed, so it's using LVLs, which are laminated veneer lumber. Yeah, so they're like 600 by 90 or something, which are massive, but yeah, so it's all clear span, and that's a 4.5 meter stud, so I can get the old Kenworth in there. It's my last shed, the bloody thing wouldn't fit, so this one I'll make sure it's going to fit, and it'll be it's 12 meters deep, so I can get like 2 cars in there as well. So there'll be a couple of hoists behind one another, so we can have a couple of cars stacked in there. Be great. And it's just more details for the shed, so concrete detail, junction detail for the ply, so it's ply and batten on the outside, and eaves detail, and yeah, cross section just like the others. And then this one here is just foundation. I think you're holding up a 10-story building, but there you go. And you own a bit of bracing for the roof bracing, and then there's the portal details for the nailing pattern for how they all get put together. And then that's the last foundation detail. And then we're into steel PVC lintel detail for the lounge, and then we've got another waterproofing detail, flashing detail for the false balcony. And then these ones here I wasn't going to draw because they're all just standard waterproofing stuff. I don't know why they want all this, but anyway, you know, that's just standard stuff that waterproofing guys do, or you can do a course and do it yourself. And then the same for the gaff roof stuff, right? So for the asphalt shingle roof, they want everything. So I like just printed it off and put it on there. Like, I mean, the gaff guys will they know how to put the roof on, right? Anyway, they want everything. So that's there. And then there's another one with the all the roofing details for penetrations and stuff. Like I said, that's their bag. They know how to do that. And then there's more here for more details, standard details for that they wanted, even though I've drawn them. They wanted more pipe penetrations and stuff, and typical pipe penetration for the shed. Yeah, like I drew that one, and batten how to do the corners. It's like if you're a builder, you know how to do all this stuff, but you know, lowest common denominator. And I wanted all the details for the balustrade, because those open areas on the second story, that we've got a wrought iron balustrade going in there. So the good guys at Reinix, yep, awesome guys, gave us the standard details. Yeah, they're really great to deal with. So yeah, fired it all through, put it on the plans. And then I think this is the last sheet, yeah, 29. There you go. So we had to have a steel framed chimney. Just God knows why. Anyway, yeah, so 6x2 wasn't going to cut it apparently, but yeah, so engineered chimney. Maybe because it's quite big. The fireplace is quite big. It's 1.5 meters wide, I think. Yeah, it's open fire, so yeah, it'd be pretty cool. But it's only there for looks. Yeah, and to have yes, I quite like having a fire. But yeah, we've got underfloor heating, so that underfloor heating's going to heat the house. The fire's just there to look nice. Anyway, that's it. That's the last of them. So, well, you know, from now on, I guess you'll see everything flow on. The next videos will show the I guess all the pods being put in, and polythene's already down, pods being put in, and the steel work being done, and the concrete getting poured. And that's where we're at the moment. So the concrete's poured, and we're just waiting for winter to bugger off, and in about 3 weeks time we'll start framing. So cool, some of these plans will come to fruition. Anyway, catch you next time.